Alright guys, welcome back to my review of WWE Monday Night Raw for July 30th, 2012. Kind of an average show for me personally. They're not going to have the legends to fall back on, and they have to fill all this time. And the way they decided to fill time was recaps. Crap loads of recaps. I mean, they recap everything. They recap last week's Raw. They recap SmackDown. They recap what happens earlier in Raw later on. I mean, just, oh my God, it was crazy. Just so many recaps. And that really hurt the show for me. Thank God for DVR. That's all I got to say about it. I fast forwarded through all of that shit. So yeah, that I couldn't imagine sitting through that. And the commercials, no way. But yeah, so it was kind of an average show. Not really a lot of good stuff on here for me. There was some good matches. Daniel Bryan and Sheamus was awesome. But yeah, you can't really carry a 3-hour show with that. Actually over 3 hours, since it goes till about 11:20 or something. But anyway, the show starts off. Apparently the Titantron caught on fire and almost burned down Cincinnati. I mean, that's the way they made it sound. They made this sound like it was ridiculous. And they kept showing clips of it, and I don't know. Titantron caught on fire. They do a montage of the 1000th episode. CM Punk comes out. He's supposed to give his, big promo, and it was okay. He says he had a Raw moment last week. He wants to ask Jerry Lawler why he said he turned his back on the WWE Universe when The Rock is not the entire universe. He puts down Rock, says Rock disrespected him. He's the WWE Champion. The 1000th episode ended the way every Raw should, with the focus being on the champion. Big Show comes out. Show says that it was all about him last week, not Punk. He knocked out Cena and Punk still couldn't get the job done. He saved CM Punk. Big Show says that he's going to be the next champion. Punk says the only one winning anything around here is me. And then Cena comes out. He punches Big Show, starts attacking him immediately, doesn't say anything. I don't even think Cena said anything this entire night. But he punches Big Show, Show shoves him and leaves. And then the new general manager, AJ, comes out and makes the main event Big Show versus Cena. And the winner gets to face Punk at SummerSlam. So that was the opening segment. I did like the fact that Punk makes very good points. I liked how he sat on the table and stared directly at Jerry Lawler while he was talking to him. I guess I just expected something a little bit more pipe bombish, just something really out there and crazy, and we didn't really get that tonight. It was still a good promo, but it kind of makes him definitely more of a tweener. And I don't know, I kind of expected a little bit more from CM Punk tonight. Alright, so then we get Santino versus Del Rio. Santino taps to the armbar. Afterwards, Del Rio says that he destroyed the U.S. champion like nothing. Sheamus, all the fans are beneath him. And he's not going to compete unless it's a world title match. So he's done until SummerSlam. Probably not going to happen, but we'll see. Vicky interrupts Brodus Clay's dance. She says that she's going to show him how to dance. And she dances. It's bad. Ha. We've seen this already. I think the very first review I ever did was for a SmackDown back in January. And they did the same exact thing. I mean, the same exact thing. Vicky comes out and dances bad and everybody laughs at her. We've already seen this shit months ago. I mean, and it wasn't good then. So, anyway, Damian Sandow comes out. He plays last week's footage. Brodus starts laughing at him because he got beat up by DX, and Sandow attacks him, breaks his bling, and just beats the crap out of Brodus. And this was great. And Damian Sandow gets better and better every single week. This guy is great. He was awesome with the whole DX segment last week. Tonight he was great, saying, "Roll the footage, thank you," and all of that type of stuff, and it was just great. I'm really liking Damian Sandow. So Daniel Bryan finally gets the courage to go talk to AJ. AJ says that she is his boss. She brings up the guys from last week. I didn't know if they were going to bring that up, but she does. She says, "Who are those guys in the white coats? Because I think that you wanted to marry me so that you could have me committed and out of your life." And he says, "Those were groomsmen." She puts him in a non-title match with Sheamus. There's a poll for the match: no holds barred, falls count anywhere, or a street fight. They pick a street fight. Backstage, Sheamus tells Josh Matthews the rougher the match, the better, and then he asks Matthews why he seems so nervous. He says, You've been nervous all week. Like, what's going on with you, Matthews?" And then he walks away, and I'm thinking, what? Who gives a shit? What was this? I mean, is this an angle? I mean, has Josh Matthews got problems or something? I don't know. I have no idea why they said that, but it has to have some type of meaning. So Bryan comes out. He tells the fans not to chant yes. He's the only one allowed to chant yes. He freaks out, saying no, and then Sheamus comes out. This was just a way to kill time. I didn't really care much for it. But we get Sheamus versus Bryan in a street fight. This was great. Bryan hits a knee off the ramp. Sheamus brings in a chair and a kendo stick, but Bryan slides them out. Like, Sheamus is throwing all these things in the ring from under the ring, and Bryan's catching it and just throwing it right back out. And the funny thing is earlier today I did a review of the ECW pay-per-view Anarchy Rules. And in the Rob Van Dam versus Balls Mahoney match, I think RVD was going for a tornado DDT at one point, and he's got these chairs set up, and Balls just walks right over the chairs for the spot. And I was thinking to myself, I was going to say this, but I didn't. Why didn't he just kick the chairs out of the ring? And I wonder sometimes, why guys just don't do something like that every once in a while. And I was so happy to see Bryan do that tonight because I just watched that pay-per-view earlier today. So I really liked that spot. He gets the kendo stick and he canes the crap out of Sheamus. Then Sheamus canes him. They bring steps into the ring. Sheamus goes for white noise on the steps, but Bryan gets out of it. However, he gets hit with a brogue kick, and Sheamus pins him and gets the win. But it was still a good match. After the commercial, Bryan is refusing to leave until he gets a doctor. This was awesome. He's freaking out. He's like, "Oh, my neck. I'm not leaving." And Truth and Kofi Kingston come out. Kofi tells Bryan to leave. Bryan kicks little Jimmy in the air like Snitsky. Bryan tells them to leave, and then the guys with the white suits come out to take away Truth. So AJ comes out and says the one who needs help is in the ring. So the groomsmen leave with Daniel Bryan. They announce that Vince McMahon will pick the new SmackDown general manager on Friday. Then we get Titus O'Neil versus Kofi Kingston. Bizarre thing in this match to me, did AEW seriously make a rape joke? I mean, I don't know if I heard it wrong, but he said something like Titus is like Kobe Bryant in Colorado. He's unstoppable. And I was thinking, that's where the whole Kobe Bryant underage girl or whatever it was, I don't even know what that was. I didn't follow it or anything, but I know that happened in Colorado. So why the hell did he say that? I mean, it's weird. I mean, it's supposed to be like a PG show and everything. And he was a little bit quiet after saying that, and I think he realized, I just messed up. So we'll see what happens, but yeah, I definitely thought that was strange that he said that. So AEW throws a shoe at Kofi. Titus hits a sit-down spinebuster for the win. It was alright. Punk tells Cena he has no issues with him, but he doesn't care who wins tonight. Heath Slater's in the ring, says he can get his career back on track now. He challenges any current superstar. Randy Orton comes out. He's back. He's got a mohawk. He's shaven. And he wins after hitting an RKO. He apparently last week was, his hometown, 1000th episode. He was there, but as punishment for steroids or whatever it was he was caught with, he's not allowed. He wasn't allowed on that show, so he returned tonight instead. I guess to do the whole Heath Slater fighting legends. He's the legend killer. I don't know, but Orton's back. I'm not too excited about this. If he turns heel, great. At least I can watch him then. But if he's going to be a babyface, I'd rather just not see him at all. That's just how I feel. I'm not a big Randy Orton fan. He does the same stuff every single match. At times, I think he's worse than Cena, just because he's so bland and can't talk on the mic. So we'll see what they do with him. I'm praying they turn him heel, but there's already so many heels, and they only have like a few baby faces now that Punk's a heel, Big Show's a heel, and it's just it's going to be tough. But so backstage, Daniel Bryan is getting his mental health test. He starts yelling yes at the doctor over the questions. We get a tag match. Christian and Jericho versus Dolph and Miz. There was some spot in this match. Christian is in the middle of the ring. Dolph goes for the Fame Asser, I think, but he didn't know if he was supposed to hit that or an elbow, and he just kind of runs and jumps over Christian and then falls and takes a bump. This was a huge botch. I don't know what the hell they were going for here. It looked so bad. I mean, talk about an embarrassing moment. He ran and just jumped and fell. But to make it worse, King was like putting it over. Like, what was that? Like, can we get a replay of that? And it just wasn't good. But Jericho gets the win after a code breaker on Miz. Dolph attacks Jericho with the case after the match. This was pretty good, very long. Daniel Bryan does the Rorschach test with a doctor. The pictures end up making a goat face. So he freaks out again, asks if Charlie Sheen is doing all this to him. And I have to say that even though these segments were completely stupid, and Daniel Bryan talking to the psychiatrist, the goat face pictures, it was all really, really cheesy. I do have to say that Daniel Bryan made it work. The only reason these things were watchable was because he was so good. Daniel Bryan made these crappy segments work, and that says a lot because they've written crap for him tonight, and he pulled it off. So I have to give credit to Daniel Bryan for that. Then we get Tensai versus Tyson Kidd. Tyson actually gets an entrance. Tensai doesn't. Tensai hits the choke bomb and the senton for the win. He attacks Tyson Kidd afterwards. And because of the attack, the referee reverses his decision, and Tyson is the winner. Like, that's going to help Tyson Kidd at all. It's stupid, but afterwards, Tensai slaps Sakamoto around a little bit, and that was it. Back to Daniel Bryan. The doctor tells him that he's 100% sane, lets him go. And then the room turns red. Kane comes in. What's he say to him? It's something stupid. Tells him he is his anger management therapist. What? Why? Why does Kane give a shit about this? This is so bad. So, that's Daniel Bryan's next feud. Kane. Who cares? Honestly, who cares? So, Punk comes out for commentary. We get Cena versus Big Show. The best part of this for me was Punk and the King going back and forth on commentary. I think CM Punk legit got under Jerry Lawler's nerves on commentary. I think Lawler was getting pissed off for real. And another great thing about CM Punk is I think that once his wrestling career is over, this guy's going to be doing commentary. He is so good at it. A couple of years ago, I think it's been now, was when he was doing commentary every week. That was awesome. I definitely think Punk's going to be a commentator in the future for WWE, like Macho Man, like Booker. But Big Show tosses Cena into Punk. Cena gets Show in the attitude adjustment, and Punk attacks from behind. But if you watch the replay, he just hits Big Show. Cena's got him up, and he just runs and hits Big Show in the back. And then he kicks Big Show in the head. He never actually touched Cena, I don't think. So he grabs the mic, says nobody wins the match, they're both losers. He goes to leave, and AJ comes out, says they are both winners, makes SummerSlam a triple threat match. Kind of expected this. Punk's probably going to pull out the win somehow, I hope. Could be okay. I'm not too excited about it, though. But she makes it a triple threat match. Punk comes back yelling at AJ, demanding respect, and that was it. That was the end of the show. So, Daniel Bryan was awesome the entire night. I mean, we get the triple threat at SummerSlam. I mean, I don't really care that much about that match. So yeah, it had Daniel Bryan and Sheamus, which was good, but it was kind of like average, below average for me personally tonight. So yeah, that's it. SmackDown, there's probably going to be a ton of recaps. I mean, SmackDown as it is already about 40 minutes of recaps and commercials as is. So yeah, now it's like recaps on every show, and it's just, way too much. You have all these indie guys, you have all these developmental guys, put them on Raw. Don't recap everything. Don't recap what you just did. I swear they did that probably 3 times. Punk's promo, Lesnar, Triple H, Dolph Ziggler on SmackDown getting the code breaker. I think they showed that twice. Just, oh my god, it's crazy. So yeah, that's my review of this week's Monday Night Raw. Hope you guys liked the video. Leave your thoughts on Raw this week in the comments below, and thanks for watching.